In a Grove by Danowski Akutagawa, summary in English. The first session of the story has four testimonies given to the magistrate. A Carter City official is investigating the mysterious death. The woodcutter who found the body that morning speaks first. He confirms the location of the deserted bamboo grove where he found the corpse of Takiro and described about the dried chest wound in detail. Next, a traveling Buddhist priest says that he saw a man, a woman, and a horse the day just before afternoon. Next, a policeman says that he has caught a bandit named Tajo Maro, who is a notorious criminal known for raping women around Kyoto. The policeman suggests Tajomaru is responsible and that the magistrate should question him. The fourth testimony is delivered by the young woman's mother, who confirms that her daughter Masago and Masago's husband Takiro, the dead samurai, would have been traveling in the hills the day before. She breaks down into tears, worried for her missing daughter's safety. Then the narrative switches to Tajomaru's voice as he casually confesses about the murder of Takiro. He details how Masago's beauty led him to commit the crime, first leading Takiro into a bamboo grove under the pretense that he would sell him treasures stolen around an aristocrat's burial mound. Tajomaru then tied Takiro up and raped Masago. To his surprise, she asked him to kill either himself or her husband, saying that she would be only with the one who lives. Tajomaru untied Takiro and challenged him to a sword fight that ended in Tajomaru stabbing Takiro in the chest on his 23rd thrust. Meanwhile, Masago escaped from the scene. Tajomaru then flew away from the forest with Takiro's weapon and rode Masago's horse until he was bucked off and subsequently caught. Tajamaru is ready to accept his fate and asks that he be executed by hanging at the tree outside the prison. The next account comes from Masago herself. She delivered everything as a confession in the Kiyomizu temple. In her version of happenings, Masago detailed about the contempt that she saw in Takiro's eyes after Tajamaru raped her. She went to her husband's side, but Tajamaru kicked her to the ground and she lost consciousness. When she awoke, the bandit was gone. She came to the conclusion that they both should die now that her honor had been disgraced. She found the dagger she had used to try to fend off Tajamaru and, with his permission, plunged the dagger into her husband's chest. She tried to stab herself in the neck and throw herself into a pond, but ultimately failed to commit suicide. After her rape and her failed attempt to commit joint suicide, Masago became helpless and she asked the religious authority to whom she speaks what she should do. The final testimony is delivered by Takiro's spirit as told through a medium. Takiro's version contradicts both Masago's and Tajomaru's account by claiming that Masago asked Tajomaru to kill her husband. United in their shock at Masago's betrayal, the men discussed about Masago's attitude and what they should do in the circumstance. This show of respect makes Takiro forgive Tajomaru for his crime. While Takiro hesitated to answer the bandit, Masago escaped into the grove. Tajomaru untied the rope binding Takiro to the cedar tree and fled with Takiro's weapon. Exhausted, Takiro took Masago's dagger and stabbed himself. He slowly bled as he watched the sunset over the grove. In the dark, an unidentified character walked up to him and withdrew his knife. The story ends with Takiro saying he then sank into the darkness between life, with no unifying narrative present. To clarify the contradictory events presented in the testimonies, the reader is left without a clear idea of how Takiro died.